Hey, what's up YouTube? How's it going? So it's actually been like a couple days since the last clip that you guys have seen. I've been pretty busy these past couple days, and I'll let you guys in on what's been going on in another video. But what I want to show you guys today is that I recently came up on like a bunch of tripods that were actually given to me by a friend of mine who used to be a filmmaker, and I want to like show you guys those tripods, what I like about them and what I don't like about them, what kind of tripods seem to have like features that are like pretty cool and other features that I'm kind of like on the fence about. But before I show you guys those, I gotta go to the post office, gotta mail something out. And oh yeah, check out this light. Remember this light I showed you guys that I had? It was actually given to me by the same friend who gave me all these tripods. This like soft light box, and I blew the light bulb inside it because, check this out, I'll show you guys. I think it happened, I was moving the light. This thing is pretty old. This thing's like from the 80s, but check out the light bulb in there. It's either from the late 80s or like the early 90s, but you see that light bulb in there? It has that like bulge on it. Yeah, that's it right there. So I'll have to replace that. So after I show you guys that, I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about the new kind of like YouTube guidelines and how I made that video about, you know, new YouTube guidelines and how you shouldn't give up because it might be a good time to like get a jump on like everyone else kind of falling off YouTube or whatever. I'm out of breath because I just came up all those stairs. And I kind of keep thinking back to the last video I made where I talk about like how I try to stay motivated with like making videos and stuff. And I'd be lying if I said that the new monetization guidelines didn't affect my motivation, because at first I didn't think it would, but after kind of experiencing it for a little while, I can say it has affected me, and I want to kind of get into that with you guys a little bit. Hey, what's up guys? So I don't think I told you guys about this yet, but this like several weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I was driving, my friend was visiting, and we went out to a concert in like downtown LA. And on the way back from that concert, it was like probably like, I don't know, maybe midnight or so. We were driving back, and then my car started like overheating like on the freeway, like this car. And I was like, what the heck? So I had to like pull off the freeway, and we're still in like downtown. And like, this is the weird thing about LA, guys. Well, maybe other places are like this too. But if you've never been to LA, you can go from being in like a really rich, expensive area to being in like a really like bad area very fast. Like in the matter of like exits on a freeway, or in a matter of like a few miles or a few minutes driving. Like you could go from a really good area to like a really bad area. You could end up in like Skid Row, and like 5 minutes before that you were in like a really fancy like area. But anyways guys, I had to pull off the freeway in like an area I did not know, and I waited there for maybe like at least half an hour for the engine to cool down, and luckily I had some. What ended up happening is like the radiator was like cracked or whatever, which I didn't know at the time, but I did top off the fluid in the radiator with just some like water I had in the car, and I had to get that fixed. It cost about $800, so there you go. Alright guys, well I'm back now, so let's get right to it. If you guys have no interest in tripods or anything like that, this would probably be a good time to just shut off this vlog. But if you want to see, let's get into it. So I'm just going to use this little camera right here to try out on the tripods, and I'll show you guys what I like and don't like about some of these tripods and which one's my favorite. And also I'll show you guys, I'll also show you guys these other two tripods. This one right here and the small one. I already had those, but I figured I might as well throw them in there too. So guys, this right here is the first tripod I want to show you. I like this tripod a lot. It's like, I like that it's like wooden, and if you like lift it up, the legs automatically like just go in. They're not like stuck out, if you know what I mean. Like if I pick it up, the legs just close, and then you can move. You know what I mean? I like that. There's like a lot of points that you can move on this tripod. This part right here, it's like kind of like a ball, like you can move it like any direction you want. If you want to like adjust this part of the tripod, you do have to go in there with an Allen wrench, but it's like very versatile. It's like you can really like move this thing in any direction you want. And the other cool thing is that up here it has these levelers, these like little bubble level things, whatever those are called. You see that, like right here? The other cool thing is that it has this like quick release thing. So like you could just pop your camera in. Now it's like locked in, right? And then if you want to take it out, you could just go like this and it'll pop out without having to like unscrew it every time you want to move your camera. So this tripod's like definitely really cool. I really like this one. The only thing is it's like pretty big. It's not as portable, I guess. So the next one I'll show you is this little tripod, which I've actually had for like years. This one right here. So the thing about this tripod right here is that the way that the legs extend is like this. It's like, let me show you guys. So it's like you pull it apart and then these little, I don't know if you could see that, this little bump right here, those kind of like lock the legs in. And then if you want to like compress it again, you gotta like just shove it shut. These kind of tripods could be cool, but like it's kind of annoying with these like types of legs. I wouldn't recommend getting these types of legs, but the cool thing about this tripod is that it's like pretty small, very portable, very simple. It's like this is the only movement kind of you get on this tripod, which is like up and down, and then like I guess you could spin it around also, like this. That'll bring me to the next tripod I want to show you guys. It's this one right here. The thing I like about this tripod is the legs. The way the legs come out is like super easy. This tripod's like super, oh man, let me get these. What are these things? Like instructions? If I were to recommend a kind of tripod, I would definitely recommend this type of tripod. And what I mean by this type is like a type with these kind of legs where like all you do is unlatch these things and the legs just come out. And it's like super fast. It's like, super easy, and it's quite tall also. It's a decent size. This is like a medium-sized tripod, I guess. But look at that. It's like, and then this goes up too. It's like this tripod is like pretty compact. It's pretty lightweight, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I just like this one a lot. Like this one's like super cool. This one does not have a quick release deck thing, meaning that, you know, you gotta, if you want to move the camera, like take the camera on and off of this part, you actually do have to unscrew it every time. But I really like this tripod. I think it's like a really nice size, and I love these kinds of legs. And then like when you put it away, it's like super easy, just as simple as that. The next tripod I'm going to show you guys is also kind of a more compact size tripod. One thing I do like about this is that it is compact and it does have a quick release deck, but this is the weird thing about it. Check this out. So let's take the quick release deck off, right? So it's off. And then we attach it to this camera. Okay, so now it's attached, right? But then like, it goes like this. Say if I have this set up somewhere and then I want to move it and I accidentally go like this or something, it's gonna like do this weird thing and I'm gonna be afraid that it's like gonna break off or something, you know what I mean? So, because this is just plastic, it's not really, it doesn't really feel that strong, and it also kind of wiggles a little at the top. But whatever, it's like still pretty cool for a small tripod. But one thing that's kind of interesting about it is that it has this crank to make it go up and down. Like if I wanted to make it go higher, it has like a crank. So I'm just gonna take that off to show you guys how the legs come out. And they're kind of like my little gray tripod I showed you earlier. It's like they're kind of the same kind of thing. And these are kind of annoying to use because it's kind of hard to get all the legs the same size. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend those kind of legs, but I mean, still a cool tripod that I can like leave in my car or something and that I'll always just have. The last two tripods I want to show you, they both have these like quick, I don't know, let's just call these quick release legs. That's what I'll call them. I don't know what the actual term for these is, but yeah, they also have the legs that come out like this. Super convenient. One thing that I think almost all tripods have, actually, let me see. This one has it. This one has it. This one does not. No. Yeah, this one has it. This one has it. Oh, I have another tripod I gotta show you guys. So one cool thing that like some tripods have is that they have these little like teeth things in the feet. Let me show you guys close. So say if I were to screw this down, this like little spike thing gets exposed, and that's good if you're like outdoors and you're like in the grass or something, you don't want it to move around. These kind of like stick into the dirt so that your tripod doesn't like slide around or anything. You just gotta be careful when you're like indoors or like on a hardwood floor or something. You don't want to have these sticking out or you might scratch the floor. But that's like one cool feature that you guys could look out for. So I do like this tripod because it has that. Also it has these quick release legs that I was showing you earlier. Oh, it has a very smooth, like, I don't know what that's called when you pan up and down, but let's just call it panning up and down. It's very smooth. I do gotta tighten this. I'm pretty sure there's a way I could do it. It's a little loose right now right there, but I'm pretty sure I could tighten that up somehow. The cool thing, okay, see, look, this is a cool thing about this one. If you want to go sideways with this one, you could do it, but you gotta untighten this latch to do it. It doesn't have a quick release deck, which is all right. Like, it's not completely necessary. My second to last tripod is very similar to the one I just showed you. It's the silver one, a standard regular deck, no quick release thing. Cool thing about this is it also has those legs that come out fast. Pretty nice. It's a good size. Let me show you guys how tall it is. At its top height, it's about up to like just below my chin. Just to give you like a reference, I'm around like 5'10", 5'11". So it's like right up to like just about to my chin pretty much. So it's quite tall. It also has the little spiky feet that I was telling you about. Alright guys, this is the last tripod I have to show you guys. This tripod was actually my dad's, and like it just kind of just became mine because like when I started like making videos and stuff, I needed a tripod, and we just had this at the house. So I'm really used to this tripod. So let me show you. Oh, that was a little tight. It was hard to undo. And this is as small as it goes. So it's quite a large tripod, but it works very well. So it has just a regular camera deck. Right there. So the legs on this tripod are different from all the other tripods I've shown you. I think this is mostly, I'm not sure exactly if there's a big difference between like tripods for film and tripods for photography. There probably is. I imagine tripods for film, you have like better control over like moving the tripod around while you're filming. But so I'm assuming this one's probably for photography, because you can move it around, but it's not very smooth. But I mean, it's very sturdy. This is a very sturdy tripod. I really like it. It has the little feet like I was showing you on the other tripods. Okay, so let me show you how the legs extend on this one. Pretty much you can have them come out to whatever length you want, but the way that the legs come out is like you have to loosen these like by screwing them, and then you could kind of have it stop wherever you want, which makes it like pretty versatile, which is pretty cool. So let's just extend it all the way. I'll show you how tall this one goes. This one, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the tallest tripod out of all the ones that I've shown you. So as you can see guys, when it's fully extended, it's like a good, I don't know, maybe like a good like 4 inches taller than me. So yeah, guys, this tripod's definitely a beast. And yeah, those are the tripods that I just got, and then like 2 of the old tripods that I've always had. This tripod, like, I don't know, this tripod, my dad's had it probably before I was born. But it's like a really good solid tripod. It's got some pretty good weight to it. So anyways, guys, if you're looking around to get a tripod, I definitely recommend something like maybe even like this tall one I just showed you, or like something like this that has those legs that like they just snap out really easily. And if you could find one with one of those quick release decks, that's like really handy because you won't be screwing in and screwing out your camera all the time. That's like really helpful. So that's it for the tripods, guys. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog around here. But before I do end it, I just want to kind of talk about, well, I guess this is kind of coming to mind after making the last video, like how do I stay motivated? And then like a while back when YouTube changed their monetization guidelines or policy or whatever you want to call it. When YouTube did that, I made a video talking about how like, oh, you know, I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, don't give up on YouTube yet, this and that. And then I realized like shortly after that, I kind of like lost a lot of motivation. I didn't post a video for a while. And then I thought about what I was doing, and then I made that last video, how do I stay motivated? And I think I kind of figured out why I became unmotivated after the monetization thing stopped, because I wasn't making like enough money on YouTube to where like the monetization really mattered to me. Like I wasn't making like a living by any means on YouTube. I wasn't making like that much money where like it actually affected me in any way at all, especially because I never actually got paid out by YouTube. But I think what it did do for me is that like seeing how much money I'm, even though it's a small amount of money, but being able to see that money on YouTube grow just a little bit kind of was enough incentive for me to try hard to make videos. And what I mean by that is, you know, so getting subscribers and views on YouTube and comments and things on YouTube, it's great in YouTube, but what does that translate to in the real world? And when there was monetization for my YouTube videos, there was kind of like a direct translation there. It was like, oh, well, you know, this month I made this much more than I made that month, like the month before, which is like twice as much as what I would have been making this time last year. So obviously I'm doing something right. So it was like a very easy translation. And because then you could plan out, oh, well then in a year's time I'll probably be making at least double what I'm making now on YouTube. So that's kind of like where my mindset was at. And there was kind of like a plan, I guess. Because then like eventually the money I would be making on YouTube would be substantial. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I think that's kind of where like my lack of motivation came after the demonetization of YouTube, because I couldn't really track my progress in the language of money, I guess. If that makes any sense. I'm not saying that that's a good reason or not to be unmotivated to make videos, and I'm not saying that's like a reason to stop making videos or anything. I'm just saying subconsciously I think that's what happened, and I didn't even realize it. I just became unmotivated to make videos, and I couldn't really figure out why. And then like the way YouTube was going, I almost felt like it was almost more important to make trending videos or relevant videos than it was to make content that I actually enjoyed. And it kind of created this like mental dilemma for me, and I wasn't really sure what to do. And that's when I kind of decided to take a step back and look at what I was doing on YouTube, and that's kind of what led me to take this new approach to YouTube, which I kind of talked about in my last video. So yeah, guys, I just thought I should talk about that. I know like several of you are YouTubers as well, and small YouTubers like myself, and I'm just curious if anyone else has kind of experienced the same thing that I kind of experienced. And I know I've been rambling on for like several minutes now. I hope I didn't like bore you guys to death, but yeah, I guess that's where I'm kind of coming from. So anyways, guys, as per usual, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you did not like it, give it a thumbs down. But hopefully you liked it. And go ahead and check out my channel. I do covers, I do vlogs, I do the occasional review from time to time. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.